always remember.
She has arrived. She is alive. Take the time to learn this lesson. Joan Confession, yes, it's your lesson. Take this blessing, I fetch it, you catch it. Best believe it, I know that you see it. It's the season, yes, I'm the reason. Stop.
Never take the beat.
And you come for me. I'm too damn happy. Joan Confessions. Joan Confessions. Joan Confessions. Take a few lessons.
Joan is in the building. Love it or just hate. Either way, I'm still great. Hi! What's going on, you guys? Hold on, let me go on. Whew. How you all doing? Before I get into today's topic was actually a requested video. I'm going to get into that, but a little sidebar. This is how I know, this channel was like on a whole different path. It's like I got so many, I'm accumulating so many subscribers, and I'm noticing a lot of people are tuning in to me a lot more. Because, in the earlier days, I used to could just, post anything and, well, not post anything, but, well, pretty much post anything. And people would just watch me and not say anything. But now I'm starting to notice I can't do that shit no more. Because a lot of people tune in like, okay, I'm going to elaborate on what I'm talking about. As far as my prank video that I just did, what was the last week when I did my prank video, and I added to be continued, but I never continued it. And the difference from now and then, like in the earlier days, I could have posted a video and put to be continued and never continued it, and people would have just been watching and going with the flow. But now, when I put to be continued, people's actually like, okay, where's part 2? What's going on? Where's it at? So people's actually tuning in some. One of my favorite JLs, Michael Makeup. Hey, boo! And I think she's a new subscriber. Your name is Tranny Coco. This is, in reference to the comments y'all left when y'all asked me about part 2 of my prank video. I'm gonna let y'all know what that's all about. Well, actually, it wasn't really no part 2 because my camera literally cut off when I was in mid-conversation with the guy. So I just put to be continued, because I know in the future I was going to actually do another part 2, but it's not an actual continuation of that exact episode. But now that I know y'all, y'all like my prank videos, my prank call video, I'm gonna, get it to y'all a lot faster. But yeah, I didn't have a part 2. Like I said, I just put to be continued because it was incomplete. So instead of just giving y'all an incomplete video to make it a little more interesting, I put to be continued. I didn't think people would actually be expecting a continuation. Because like I said, in the earlier days, I could used to do stuff like that and put to be continued and never continue it. Then nobody would say nothing, just go along with the flow. But now, everybody is tuned in to the goddess, so I can't just be putting anything out there. So I do apologize, that I left y'all hanging, had y'all expecting a part 2 of that actual video. But, I'm going to do a part 2, but just the actual video, like I said, it cut off. Like, where it cut off and I said to be continued, that's actually where my camera cut off. I was so hot, so I said, you know what, I'm just going to give one ass and put to be continued and then leave it at that. So that's the reason why y'all never got, a part 2 to that. But now, I'm going to get a part 2. And this time when I do a prank video, I think I'm going to get fucked up. I'm going to get drunk. I want to get drunk as hell. Because, I'm naturally, a king. I'm naturally funny, but I think it would be even more interesting if liquor was a part of the equation. So, my next prank call video, I'm going to make sure I'm roasted. And we just going to see what happens from there. Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, so that's what that's all about. So don't worry, y'all. You know, for those of you who actually really enjoyed my prank calls, there's more on the way. Now, this is a requested video from Angel Eyes. How you doing, Angel Eyes? I seen your comment. But I'm going to read it to you guys. Alright. She said, she left a comment and she said, but I'm saying she, I'm not sure if it's a female or a male. Because your name is Michael Etheridge, so maybe you're a male. Alright, I apologize if I got your gender wrong. So he, I don't know. But, alright. Angel Eyes left a comment and said, Joan, please give me a shout out on your next video. Please, I go by Angel Eyes. You should do a video topic on passing. Sorry guys, hold on. Here I go, feeling good. I'm feeling good again. Now, how y'all for anything but life? Like I said, it feels good to feel good, y'all. Y'all should practice the skill of feeling good. Y'all gonna love it. Then back to this comment. All right, it says, hold on. Okay, yeah, Joan, please give me a shout out on your next video. Please, I go by Angel Eyes. You should do a video topic on passing and how girls think that is the key to being a woman, opposed to being happy and content with yourself. So for those of you who don't understand the question, she basically saying, or he's basically saying, or that person is basically saying, you know, what is my take on people that are, go above and beyond to be passable? They always disguising their voice and, being mindful of their gestures, versus somebody who's just being true to themselves. Hold on, let me read it again. Hold on. Opposed to be happy. Yeah, I was on the right track. Yeah, opposed to somebody that's just content with themselves and happy. Now, being trans, we all have different paths, and we all have different levels of confidence. Some people, isn't as strong as I am. When some people get clocked, it mess up their whole day. Me, when I get clocked, I find it's amusing. Sometimes I'll make my own self get clocked. Like, here's a little sidebar. I'm giving y'all a little sidebar. I remember one time I was out, and this guy at the U-turn, middle of the street or whatever, trying to talk to me. He was like, yeah, what's up, man? What's going on with you? So when I say I put on my most manliest voice ever, I was like, what's up, my nigga? When I say he was sorry, you just heard, I think I talked about this in the past. It was an old video when we was calling I'm a transsexual. No, I didn't talk about this. It was a similar situation now. But yeah, you heard the car go, but they reversed the move. Anyway, it was just comical to me, cause like I said, I have fun with it, but other trans, they'll probably, trying to make their voice extra fishy and make their gestures extra cunty. And there's nothing wrong with that, because like I said, everybody have different levels of confidence. So as far as the people, that pattern themselves completely after females and eat, walk, and sleep in the females, path, hey, if it works for you, then go for it. But me in particular, like I said, I'm not your typical transsexual. Sometimes I will, like, if I'm making a quick run or something, I won't talk. I'll let it hang free. And, when people be laughing and kikiing about, what's swinging before their eyes, I'll be laughing with them. Because sometimes you gotta, sometimes you gotta step outside yourself and think, okay, if I was walking down the street and I see somebody that look like a female walking down the street with a dick swinging, I'm gonna laugh. So if I choose to come out the house with my shit slinging, no matter how fishy I'm looking, no matter how curvy my body is, I can't get mad when other people start laughing. You know, you gotta really step outside yourself sometimes. You know, that's how I do it, and you gotta be okay with that, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being clocked. I'm okay with people getting a laugh and kiki out of me sometimes. That's because I'm gonna be laughing and kikiing with you, especially if I, you know, set myself up for the laughter. Like how you gonna go out the house untucked and then be mad when people laughing and kicking at you? Like it's gonna happen. And if they're not laughing and kicking you know, some people probably have like a negative response. You just gotta be you gotta mentally prepare yourself for that. So when it comes, it's like it's already expected, so it's not no shock factor. It's like, oh, I knew this was coming, and you just laugh at yourself. You're like, you try to put yourself in their shoes and be like, I get it. That's why you're laughing. You know, as far as the, you know, females that, you know, don't like to hang around some transsexuals that are give on clout. You know, there's some transsexuals out there that wouldn't be caught going anywhere with me. The fact that I'm just such a free spirit and, you know, that I'm just so comfortable in my skin, I'm not scared to be clocked. But people that are scared to be clocked, they wouldn't be comfortable around someone like me, and that's fine. You know, that's your choice. Just like it's my choice to not care about getting clocked, it's their choice to care about getting clocked. So I don't judge them, you know. Like I said, we all have different paths and different journeys we have to take. So, depending on your level of confidence, that depends on how you respond to society and people, how people receive you. But at the end of the day, you know, it all boils down to what makes you happy. If it makes you happy sounding all extra fishy, if it makes you happy getting this pump, getting that pump, getting this removed and fixed and sculpted out, then go for it. If it makes you happy talking a little masculine and, you know, walking with your dick slinging, go for it. It depends on you. It all depends on the person. And you know me, like I said, I'm not your typical TSI. Look, hey, yes, you know, hey. It is what it is. So, because at the end of the day, you gotta realize other people's perceptions of you is just that, their perception. Their perception is not your reality. So you shouldn't take offense to it. And if you do take offense to it, then that's when you have to do some soul searching and figure out who you are. And once you discover who you are, love who you are. When you love who you are, other people's perceptions of you is not going to mean anything to you. You know, oh my goodness, I love who I am. That's why when I go out and if I run into a hater or somebody kikiing and laughing, it doesn't bother me. It's amusing to me, actually. It's comical. I'm gonna laugh with you. I'm gonna look right at you and laugh right with you. Like, it's like, you can't take yourself so serious. You know, like, life isn't meant to be taken so serious all the time. You know, have fun with it. So, yeah. Hopefully that answered your question, Angel Eyes. And for those of you who are waiting for my prank calls part 2, stay tuned. It is definitely coming. Like I said, I'm going to make sure I get nice and toasty. And we just going to see what happens. So yeah, and I love you all. And always remember. Always remember. If the hate ain't stopping, then you're love y'all. Yes. It's gonna be alright. Yes, Jasmine, you're right. It's gonna be okay, Joan. It's gonna be alright, Joan. It's gonna be alright. Yes, 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 yes. It's gonna be alright. 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 Oh, I'm glad I can laugh through this situation right now. I'm so glad I can laugh right now. Thank you, Jasmine. Yes, it's gonna be okay. I know it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay, Joan. Alright, it's gonna be okay. I'm sorry. Just sit right here while I talk to the people right now. Love you. Listen, you guys. Who's I? Who's I? Who's I? It's like once you get on a page, I know this is a test. This is a test for me. This is a test. This is a test. I know it's a test, but I pass tests all day long, so keep them coming, baby. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. I'm working on myself. I'm trying. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Oh, mama, let me get him. All right, Joan. You gotta, come on, keep it together. Keep it together. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. I'm trying to keep my cool. Woo! Oh, child. Okay. All right. Out with it already. Listen. I had a little friend come over yesterday. Last night, a friend came over. He brought drinks. He ordered food. We had a very, very good time. I let him spend the night, until I left out in the morning for work or whatever. Keep it together. So, mind you, I'm drunk. He's drunk. We was passed out on the bed. I wakes up. I wakes up in the middle of the night. And it's this big ass wet spot in the middle of my bed. I gotta laugh because if I don't laugh, I'm cracking skulls. So laugh, I'm gonna laugh. It was this big ass wet spot in the middle of my bed. Now clearly, I'm dry. I'm dry as a bone. Look, not saying I'm perfect, I'm guilty of pissing in the bed. We all have those accidents, where you have them dreams where you're in the bathroom peeing and it just be, those seem like when the pee be the best. But, I haven't had that incident in a long time, thank goodness. And I damn sure ain't going to somebody else's house and pissing in their motherfucking bed. We gonna leave that alone. I wakes up and I see the wet spot in my bed. So, I had to make sure I wasn't seeing things. I cut the light on. So it's a wet spot on my motherfucking bed. Did this nigga really just pee in my bed? Did he, excuse my French, not nigga, but did this guy really just piss in my bed? Did he really just piss in my bed? He really just pissed in my bed. So, I woke him up. I said, yo, get up, you just pissed in my bed. He said, no, I ain't pissing your bed. I said, this is not, and I was drunk. I was still drunk. I was still drunk from, prior to falling asleep. I still had that liquid in my system. So I was extra rowdy. Oh my God. I've been on this good page, y'all. I've been feeling good. I've been saying positive. But when you get on a different page, the universe always puts you through tests. And I know this is my test. This is my test. I'm going to pass it. That's why I'm keeping my cool right now. But he don't know. The old John, baby. She is dying to surface. She's really dying to surface right now. Back to the story. So I said, you want to sit there and lie in my face? Like, don't insult my intelligence like that. You just look at where you're laying. It's this big ass puddle. You just pissed in my freaking bed. So then he waking up all drunk and sluggish and shit. I'm like, you can't hold your liquor. You don't need to be drinking. Cause mind you, he was drinking more than me. You ain't supposed to bring the bottle over for me, but you drinking it more than I'm drinking it. And don't you know? I knew he was too good to be true, cause you know he knows that I'm on this different page or whatever. No, I told him I don't smoke anymore, so he respected me. He didn't even bring no weed over. You know, he left it at his house, at his place. Thank goodness. But I'm gonna be nice about the situation. So anyway, like I said, I snapped. I snapped. Look, it's always a yang to the yang. Okay, and it's a yang to my yang. Yes, I'm a nice person. I'm a positive person. I'm a practicing on being positive and feeling good. But from time to time, people like to try me. And the universe has been testing me like, oh, you want to be on this different page, bitch? Oh, let's see how you handle that situation. And I know that's what this is all about. This is just this high, so I'm handling it. I'm actually handling it better than, because, you know, I do the worst things off of impulse. When I act off of impulse, that's when I do the worst things. But, back to the story. So I say, you just peed in my bed. So he's sitting there looking stupid, acting all drunk and stuff. So I instantly got up, started snatching the sheets off the bed, wiping it down, blah, 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 blah. You know, the yang to my yang almost told him to get the fuck out and go home. But, you know, when you ultimately a good person, it overshadows all dark forces. So, even though, you know, that... Oh, is this him? Who the hell is this? Hold on, I'll be back, y'all. Okay, I'm back, you guys. That was my freaking mom. It's just so amusing to me. It's so amusing to me how the world is testing me. But it's okay. It's alright. I'm cool. It's okay, Jasmine. Yes! We good. We good. We good. Okay. So, where did I leave off? Long story short, you know, like I said, my good overweighed the bad, you know, because the bad almost kicked him the fuck out and said, go home, take your pissy ass home. I was like, how disrespectful. I said, if anybody want to be pissing in this bed, it's going to be me. But I'm not fit about to lay in somebody else's piss. How disrespectful. And then you sitting there with the dumb look, you're not making no apologies about it, no nothing. You know, I was really going off. So he was like, yeah, I'm just trying to figure everything out. I said, ain't much that looking word. I said, you don't need to freaking drink. I said, I'm drunk just as much as you is, and I ain't pissing in the damn bed. Like, are you kidding me? But I took it down. You know, I took myself down to a good 8. You know, because I was at 100. So I can't, yes, that's a big drop. I took it back to 8. Because, you know, one thing about me, you know, I don't like that side of me. And when I you know, I kind of had an out-of-body experience as I was snapping on him. And the fact that he wasn't really feeding my negativity, it kind of made it easier for me to, you know, channel my more positive side. You know, because the way I was snapping, he was just like, you know, he was just sitting there with a dumb look. So I'm like, okay. I sound like I'm this guy, my mom, the way I'm just yelling at him. You know, he's grown, and he's actually older than me. And I'm talking to him like he a child. He's just being cool about it. So maybe I need to check myself and, you know, just not take everything so serious. So like I said, I came down to an 8. And I said, don't even worry about it. I know accidents happen. But like I'm sitting here, you see me trying to wipe this stuff up. You didn't even initiate trying to clean it. You didn't initiate trying to do nothing. You just sitting there watching me do it like I'm the one who made the mess. But I can expect everybody to think how I think. So, you know, I'll just say, you know, I was just like, whatever. I just, you know, I didn't like that negative space I was in. So I just had to hurry up and come. I had to hurry up and come out of that. I had to hurry up and come out of that because, you know, that's not me. I'm not a negative person. You know, I'm not going to sit here and act like, you know, I'm always happy. I mean, because everybody have a bad side. That's what gives us balance. So sometimes it's good to embrace your bad side, but it's better to embrace your good side. So, you know, I snapped back. I snapped out of it. I snapped out of it real quick because, you know, my temperature was rising. So I snapped out of it. I had to get back into my happy place. I said, whatever. He said, well, look, I can, you know, in the morning or whatever, when we both leave out, I can take him home. And by the time you get off and get home, I'll come over, I'll come here and bring him to you. I said, okay, that's great. That's great. I said, that's a good plan. You know, because he got a washing machine. So he said, I'll take him home and I'll wash the sheets or whatever. And I'll bring them back to you when you get off, when you get home. I said, okay, that's fine. You know, because I said I'll be home like around 4. So if you could be here by that time, it'd be great because I actually had planned the video that I filmed earlier. I actually wanted to be in nature and, you know, I just wanted to be out around the good trees and, you know, hugging the trees and just having a good time out in nature, you know, because like I said, I'm at a new space right now and, you know, I just wanted to be around all that. I just wanted to embrace nature and, you know, take my camera out there with me and film. So, you know, I said, it don't start getting dark till 5:30. So, you be at my steps by 4 o'clock. When I get back here, you give me my stuff, I can drop them off and I'll be right back out. And, you know, go downtown and film my video. I mean, that just seemed too much like right? So let me tell you. Okay, so that was the plan. He said, okay, that's fine. We do that, I'm like, all right. So when I woke up this morning, me being a kind-hearted person I am, I apologized to snapping on him like I did that night before. You know, because I felt kind of bad, because y'all know ultimately I am a good person, I have a good heart. And the fact that I was just snapping on him and he wasn't really, you know, adding fuel to the fire, it kind of made me feel bad. It kind of made me feel like I was a bully or something. And I'm the type of person that fuck up bullies. So why am I sitting here snapping on somebody that's not really, you know, even though I was mad, I had every right to be mad, but it's not that serious. Just you know, I'm trying to learn to stop taking things so serious. So yeah, I apologized to him this morning when I woke up or whatever. You know, took my shower, he left or whatever and said he'll have it to me by 4 o'clock. I'm like, okay, that's perfect. So I get off today. Y'all notice my video wasn't in nature today. It really wasn't. And you know, and I didn't even let that negativity get to me. Y'all saw how happy I was prior to this video. I was all happy. I just ignored it because I knew the universe was testing me. But when I got finished filming that video, I noticed this fool still didn't call me. He still didn't call me. So that just made it even worse. So anyway, let me tell you. I get off, come home, I call this idiot. He don't answer the phone. I call him again. He said, yeah. He said, I'm kind of in the middle of something, but I'm gonna have him back to you within a half an hour to an hour. I said, are you serious? You had all day to wash them. So you mean to tell me you gonna make me wait for my blankets and stuff and hold me up for what I want to do because you was just being, you know, just so inconsiderate. He was like, no, I'm gonna have it to you, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, I'm like, okay, whatever, and I hung up in his ear. So y'all know I'm pissed. I'm like, wow, he really gonna make me wait now? Like, I had my day mapped out. I was gonna take it. drop it off. I was gonna go downtown, be in beautiful nature, doing my video, but I couldn't do it because of this idiot. So I had to film my video here. So when I got finished recording, I noticed he didn't call me or say anything. So I called my girlfriend, Garisha. Y'all know Garisha. She was in the video, a few nightlight videos before. She got the big butt, beautiful, sexy, or whatever. I was like, can you call this number for me on three-way? Because I don't want to believe he's just ignoring my number. She was like, okay, I need facts to back up this thought that is trying to surface in my mind. So we called his number on three-way from her number, and he didn't answer. But he must have, he must have put two and two together like, oh, that was Joan calling me. So then he sent me a text and said, I'm gonna bring you the blankets tonight when I leave the party. He's supposed to be going to some party at his job or whatever. So I snapped. I admit I snapped. Like, really? You made me wait in here. You made me wait here for a whole freaking hour to half an hour to an hour, thinking you was gonna come, and now you're saying you're gonna bring them. And granted, I'm sure the situation is probably not even that deep. I could have just took it with a grain of salt and just said, okay, whatever. But just went downtown and did my video or whatever. But that ain't the point. The point is when people go against the original plan and hand, that stuff, it pissed me off. Like, this wasn't the original plan. Now I gotta wait. My beard gotta be naked all that damn time. So, I admit, I kind of like snapped on the text message. I kind of popped off. I said, this was before I called him with my girlfriend and he sent me the text. When I got done recording this video before this, I kept calling, he wouldn't answer. So I sent him a text. I said, yo, if I have to go down to your job, and because I knew he was going to be at that party at 6:30. So when he wasn't answering my phone, I said, I know he didn't leave and go to that party. So I said, yo, if I have to go down to your job and meet you, it's really going to be a problem. Can you please answer the phone? I really don't want to have to take it down. Then he ignored that. But I guess he realized how real the situation was getting. Because that's when I called my girlfriend's phone. And he didn't answer. Then that's when he sent me the text and said, I'm not home. I will bring it tonight. So when he sent me that text, I called him just to see if he would answer this time. And he answered. And he said, he'll bring it tonight. But I said, that wasn't the plan. He said they wanted him to come to the party early and da-da-da-da-da. So instead of getting myself upset, I said, okay, what time you won't come tonight? He said, well, the party is over at 6. I mean, no, at 11. So I'm like, all right, okay. I just hung up. I just hung up the phone. And then I had in my mind, when he come, I'm going to slap the fucking shit out of him. He better hope I don't punch him in his fucking face. But then, that was just the yang. That was just the yang trying to surface. I said, no. Take your blankets, Joan, and just be done with him. Because anybody that brings this side of me that I keep tucked away, anybody that make this side surface, is clearly somebody I don't need to be around. So, you can bring me my shit, and I'm going to chuck up these deuces. But don't be trying that hugging. Because like I said last night, also when I was stepping on, he was all trying to hug and kiss on my neck and say, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, get the fuck off me. Like, really get off me. You're making matters worse doing that shit. If he's smart, he won't try to do that tonight. When he come and bring me my blankets, I'm going to take them. And I'm going to shut my door and I'm going to be done with them. I can't. Because I know this is a test. This is a test just to see how much change and growth I actually have. So it's cool. We good. We good, Jasmine. We is good. But I just had to vent and tell y'all about that. Ain't that the audacity in this bitch. But it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Okay, you guys, I love you. And I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna behave myself. I'm gonna behave myself. I'm not gonna put my hands on him. I'm not gonna put my hands on him. Violence is never the answer. But true, when I said them thoughts was just surfacing in my mind, I said, I'm gonna fuck him, I'm gonna dog, I'm gonna drag him on my lawn when he bring his hair. But I said, no, I can't. Violence is never the answer. It is not the answer. So, I'm cool. We good. We are definitely good. Had to talk to my Jasmine. She had to talk me out of it. But, yeah, she good. I'm so glad I can laugh. See, that's what you gotta do. When stuff is texting you and making you want to snap out, especially when you're trying to be on a good page and a positive note, just laugh at it. Just laugh. You know, oh, I got lipstick on you. I'm sorry. That's all right. So, we good. We are good. So, I'm just gonna relax right now. I might play with my Barbie dolls or something just to keep my mind clear and happy. Get back to my happy place. But oh, he tried me, girl. He tried your goddess today. Another one bites the dust. Damn, they just dropping like flies. My circle was getting smaller and smaller. The child was just... Hey. Separation's good. Sometimes you gotta separate to preparate. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. I love you. I just had to come in, because I know my camera is my therapy sometimes when I'm going through something. So I just had to get it out there. I just had to really get out there because I don't really talk to too many people about situations because I try to stay on a positive note. I try not to, talk too much negativity. I try to stay on a positive note. But I had to just come and let y'all, I had to let y'all know about this. The audacity, you want to piss in my bed and then make me wait for my sheets. How dare you? You don't know. You better be glad on this light that's shining over me, because the old Joan would have made you think it was all cookies and cream. As soon as you showed up on my doorstep, I would have been dragging you across that line, whooping that ass. But like I said, violence is not the answer. I'm not. I'm about love. I'm about love. You're about love. So yeah, I passed that test, universe. Nice try though. That was a good try. Y'all almost had me. Y'all had a bitch against the ropes. Y'all had me against the ropes. But I'm good. All right, y'all. Love y'all. If the hate ain't stopping, then you know you popping. All right, and I'm popping there because the hate is just trying to surface, but I'm not going to allow it. It's all about what you allow. And I choose to be happy and feel good. All right.